The rain that night was just as relentless. Cold, sharp, and merciless. But the truth was, it wasn't only the sky that was pouring. Something else was about to collapse. Someone's empire. I, Maya, was no longer the girl who once trembled. The label, auctioned girl, had been a humiliation yesterday. Today that same label was about to become the first crack in someone else's ruin. Because this time, I wasn't the prey. This time the prey was walking straight into my hands. Cleo's daughter. My name is Maya Zaveri. 22 years old. Final year engineering student. Quiet, observant, always too smart for my own good. Smart enough that people rarely sense the storm behind my silence. I was a girl who saw dreams the way an engineer sees blueprints. Angles, risks, structural flaws, and escape routes. Life was never simple for me. Not after I crossed paths with Cleo, the city's most powerful businesswoman. And her daughter, Aurel Cleo, a girl wrapped in designer dresses, fake smiles, and a darkness even she pretended didn't exist. No one would have imagined Cleo capable of putting a girl, me, up for auction. But that night, I didn't just lose my safety. I lost my trust in the world. They say patience is the answer to injustice. I say, injustice demands full calculation, and I was ready to calculate everything. Cold raindrops slid down my face. But the fire burning inside me could not be extinguished. The narrow, gray alley in the outskirts of the city is still carved into my memory. A place that once felt harmless. But that night, it became the gateway to a nightmare. I stood behind the Cleo mansion, near the back entrance. Silence everywhere, but inside me, a storm louder than thunder. As soon as I stepped through the door, rough hands seized my arms. "Stay quiet," a heavy voice growled near my ear. I tried to fight, but I was exhausted. And outnumbered. They shoved me into a dim room lit by a single, flickering bulb. The carpet smelled old and damp. People sat in front of me, eyes measuring me, not as a human, but as an object. The man holding a white card spoke loudly. "Lot number 7, young, educated, untouched." My soul died a little. And then she walked in. Aurel Cleo, same age as me. But her power was the kind that came from privilege, cruelty, and inherited arrogance. Her heels clicked on the floor as she approached me. "Is this the girl?" She lifted my chin with her finger. My eyes screamed, but my voice remained silent. "Yes," someone answered. "Your mother approved the price." She smirked. "Perfect. Auction starts in 10 minutes. In that moment, I felt like I wasn't falling to the ground. I was falling into a void. But even then, even drowning in fear, a part of me whispered, "One day, I will destroy you." I stayed silent that night. But inside, I made a promise. "You auctioned me. Fine. One day I'll auction your downfall." 5 minutes before the auction, more people entered the room. Eyes full of hunger, greed, and entitlement. My fingers trembled, but my mind was sharp. A door on the left was slightly open. A staff member must have forgotten to shut it properly. I inhaled deeply. Now or never. When the guard turned to push another girl toward the stage, I threw all my strength into one sudden shove. His grip loosened. I bolted, darting to the corner, slipping through the half-open door. I sprinted into a dark corridor. "Hey, stop her." I didn't look back. I just ran. Through hallways, down staircases. Lungs burning, legs shaking. I burst through a service door into the icy night. Rain hammered down. The pavement was slippery. I stumbled twice, but each time I forced myself up. Finally, I reached the main road. Empty. Deserted. Then, a motorcycle screeched to a stop beside me. A guy with a helmet looked at me. Shocked. "You're hurt. What happened?" Breathless, shaking, I whispered. "Please, just take me away from here. Now." He hesitated for 2 seconds. Then nodded. "Get on." I didn't know his name, his intentions, his story, but that night, he was the only lifeline I had left. And just like that, I escaped Cleo's auction, and stepped into a new war. While bandaging my wounds, the guy said, "My name is Rayan. What's yours?" My name is Maya." He took me to his small apartment. Simple, safe, warm. I looked into the mirror for the first time. The dirt, the cuts, the fear. And behind all that, a spark I had never seen before. Rayan asked gently. Who are you running from? I didn't answer, not because he didn't deserve to know, but because I had already made a decision. I will fight this war myself. The next day, when he left for university, I opened his laptop, and I started researching. Clio Enterprises, Arel Clio, black market clubs, trafficking rings, illegal auctions. The more I read, the clearer it became. Clio wasn't a businesswoman, she was the queen of a crime empire. I wrote one sentence on a blank document. I will destroy her daughter the way she destroyed me. Not with emotion, but with intelligence. That day, I began engineering my revenge. I changed everything: my appearance, my hair, my identity. I created a new profile. Mira Sen, freelance systems analyst. My goal: infiltrate Clio's empire, destroy it from the inside. Within 2 weeks, I secured an entry-level position at Clio Enterprises. Security was tight, but my mind was tighter. The day I saw Arel again, she was standing in her glass office, talking on her phone, completely unaware that the girl she once auctioned was now walking straight into her world. She didn't see me, but I saw her, and the fire inside me exploded. Auction me? Okay, now I'll auction your entire life. I worked quietly, efficiently, brilliantly. Soon, I was transferred to Arel's department. She began trusting me, inviting me to her meetings, events, private circles. She had no idea that the girl she trusted the most was the girl she once tried to sell. Day by day, I collected her secrets: illegal shipments, hidden accounts, encrypted messages, lists of trafficked girls. Then I found it, the file that made my heart stop. Lot number 7, Maya Zaveri. Status: escaped. Risk level: high. I touched the screen. My hand trembled. You called me an asset. Fine, now I'll turn all your assets against you. Arel had one big weakness. She trusted too easily when she shouldn't. For 2 months, I gathered everything. Every illegal deal, every secret ledger, every coded transaction. I placed it all into one drive called downfall.x. One evening, as I was leaving, Arel stopped me. Mira, I need you. She looked stressed. A shipment had been seized. Clio was furious. For the first time, she said softly, Mira, you're the only one I trust. I smiled. You shouldn't. She didn't understand then, but she would. The night Clio's empire fell. The sky was clear, the wind cold, my heart burning. I stood on the rooftop and activated the drive. In seconds, all evidence was leaked to Interpol, National Cyber Crime, Federal Intelligence, International Anti-Trafficking Bureau. Clio's empire shook, cracked, shattered. Arel barged onto the rooftop, trembling. Mira, someone leaked everything. We're finished. I walked toward her slowly. No, Arel, you were finished. Her eyes widened. What do you mean? My name isn't Mira. I stepped closer. It's Maya. She froze. Color drained from her face. Maya, but you escaped. Yes, I whispered. And I didn't just escape. I came back to end you. Sirens burst through the air. Police stormed the building. Arel screamed. What have you done? Just auctioned your downfall, I said softly. Arel was handcuffed. Clio's empire collapsed. Dozens of girls were rescued. Illegal networks were exposed. And I stood free for the first time in my life. Rayan walked up to me. It's over, he said. I nodded. Yes, I finished what they started. He smiled gently. I'm proud of you. I looked at the sky. The rain had stopped. The clouds parted. Justice, revenge, freedom. For the first time, I whispered to myself, I'm not the auctioned girl anymore. I am the girl who rewrote her destiny. I am Maya, and my revenge is complete.